I was premature and I was blind when I was born. And so my eyes didn't start developing really till I was about 8. There's a gentleman named Axel Niemi who started this museum in the early 1950s. And so even before I could see, my mom would drop me off and I would just kind of hang out with Axel, sit off to the side. He ran the campground across the street for 30 years, but he opened up the museum late afternoon, evening, and I'd hang out with him. Once I could see, at first it was about 3 inches, and he'd stick rocks under my face. "Karen, what do you see?" "I don't know, Mr. Niemi, what am I supposed to see?" And he would explain the rocks to me. But then one day, he said, "Karen, meet me in front of the museum at 11:30. I said, "Well, gosh, Mr. Niemi, you mean tomorrow morning?" He always swore. "Nope, tonight." "Well, how come?" "I'm not telling you," he said, "just show up." Well, I was so nervous all day I couldn't even eat. These days you wouldn't let your half-blind, well, I was 10 at this point, you wouldn't let your half-blind 10-year-old daughter go down to a 60-year-old guy's museum at 11:30 at night, but we didn't even think about it back then. And so I ran from my grandma's house 4 blocks down and came out in front of the museum. Now at the time, the porch that you're standing in now was not there. It was just a slab of cement. And when I got close enough, I could see that he had a telescope. So I remarked about it and I said, "Gosh, is that a telescope?" "Yep, I made it because I want to show you something." Finally, he said, "Step on the stool, look through the eyepiece, and don't touch the telescope." As I carefully looked through the eyepiece, I saw the rings of Saturn. And he said to me, "Karen, given your eyesight problems, if you can see the rings of Saturn, you can do anything." And that was the first day of my life I believed that to be true.